Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. In this how to play video I'm going to journey into the world of aggro decks, and one aggro deck in particular, and that is Pirate Warrior. Warrior is the least placed class right now, but I've already shown that Nesot Warrior can do some really nice things in a previous video, and in this video I'm going to show that the Pirate Warrior can also still do some pretty nice things in this world. I prefer my Pirate Warriors rather fast. Ever since the nerf to the Fiery War Axe, Pirate Warrior has not really had a lot of 2-drops that it wants to run, so Prince Kelazet is an absolute staple. Many of the Pirate Warrior builds that people are using nowadays also rely on Spiteful Summoner and this Warrior Spellstone, but I have found that combo to be rather unreliable. You often draw the Spellstones before the Summoners or something like that, and you don't really get the value out of it. So I'm opting to go with Bittertide Hydras instead. I just want to kill my opponent and kill them fast, and that's something that aggro decks really like to do. I've played a couple of different variants of this deck. There are both variants also on this video, but the one that I eventually settled into for the current meta is with double Spellbreaker. I've also played with double Naga Corsair in this slot for a little bit more punch, if the opponent doesn't have Taunts or Voidlords or something. But Spellbreaker helps me a little bit in that Warlock matchup, which is, when the Warlock has the good cards, it's just so bad. But sometimes with the Spellbreakers you can still push through. Other than that, it's business as usual. You of course would like to have Kelazet, but you don't really hard mulligan for Kelazet with this deck. You mulligan for a proper curve and then work your way from there. Obviously, if you're able to find Kelazet, you don't want to play any pirates before you play Kelazet, because you want to pull that Patches in its buffed state from the deck and not in its weaker state. But if you don't have Kelazet, then opening with the deckhand, opening with the first mate is just fine. You get that Patches out as a 1/1, but it's cool. You're being very aggressive with this deck, but you still need to do right amount of trading to ensure that the overall amount of damage that you will be able to push is maximized. And also, because you have Frothing Berserker in this deck, that also sometimes encourages trading. Say you are able to build a board of some Fireflies in the early game, then you can play a Frothing on tree, then trading those Fireflies to remove the opponent's board and leaving a big Frothing is a very good move in many of the matchups. Other than that, you also need to consider when you play your pirates, if you for example have a Bloodsail Cultist. So sometimes you may want to hold on to something like a Southsea Deckhand so that you can ensure that you can play Deckhand and Bloodsail Cultist to ensure that you have a pirate on the board to get that weapon buff. Weapon buffs are very, very good in this deck, so you really want to make the most out of them. Another pirate that synergizes with weapons is the Dread Corsair. So if you have a Arcanite Reaper equipped, Dread Corsair is free, or if you have a buffed War Axe at 4 attack, Dread Corsair is free. So you can also use that in your planning a little bit. Okay, when do I equip or buff a weapon, and can I weave in a Dread Corsair into that turn? And yet another aspect related to all this trading is Corridor Creeper, which of course becomes cheaper the more minions die. So sometimes you also want to make a number of trades on the board in order to then play the Corridor Creeper and have even more power available for the next turn. Well, quite a lot of intricacies around there actually. It's not just about going phase, but it's also about maximizing the synergies, thinking when you can get the pirate synergies going, also with the Southsea Captain with the Bloodsail Cultist. When you're able to get your Corridor Creepers out, how you're able to maximize your Frothing Berserker damage. That sort of things that come into play when playing this deck. But yeah, for those who are looking to be more on the aggressive side, then this is one option that you can go for. As always, I have prepared a bunch of gameplay videos of this for you. And remember, if you enjoy this content, then please like this video and subscribe to my channel for more. And now let's go take a look at some Pirate Warrior gameplay. Let's try to find some early game here. See where we can go from there. We have a Firefly, that's early game. We have a Southsea Captain, that pulls Patches. That's something. Going in with the Firefly. I have the option to coin Captain next turn. Okay, it's a Jade Druid, or some kind of big druid or something. I think I'm coining the captain here. Next turn I can equip the Fiery War Axe. And then into Naga Corsair on 4, into Hydra on 5. That's my plan. Why would you Branching Paths here? It seems like a really weak and passive move. But fine. If that's what you like, then sure. I guess it upgrades his Spellstone. So that gives two upgrades to the Spellstone. So he has a 6 damage Spellstone in hand now. If he has a Spellstone, so that might make sense. Which is exactly what he had. Yeah, okay, now the play makes a lot more sense. I think I need the tempo from the Naga Corsair. No, I didn't really have to attack with this if I plan to play the Hydra next turn, instead of equipping the Arcanite Reaper. I think I am planning to play the Hydra. I can take that trade and this one goes face. Let's see what he wants to do with the Aya. I mean, Aya can kill the Naga Corsair, obviously, for example. But it cannot very easily kill the Hydra. He would need something like Swipe and Spellstone. Alright. That's perfectly fine. Push through these taunts towards the face. Next turn we play the green skin. Get the weapon upgraded a little bit. Then if it survives we can play the Bloodsail Cultist. Oh, this is just perfect for the upgraded weapon. He needs to kill this to protect that one. Yeah, so the green skin will not survive. Well, no, I could make the green skin survive. Or I could play Deckhand Cultist. Have another 3 mana left over. I have no use for that. Does it matter to me that the green skin survives? Because I can play Deckhand Cultist next turn anyway. I guess it doesn't matter, and I don't want to play the Deckhand yet, because I want to ensure that I get the second buff on the weapon. If I play the Deckhand, then that still doesn't ensure that the green skin survives, it only gives it a chance. Whereas this way I have a guaranteed upgrade on the weapon for next turn. Taunt minion's fine. And then he kills the green skin. Yeah, predictable. Alright. So then we go with the Deckhand and with the Cultist. So that I can kill off this one. And still hit face. Like his armor up. I don't want more minions in case of Spreading Plague. Spreading Plague is still really good. Has he found it? Ultimate Infestation. Well, he goes to 13. He needs the Spreading Plague exactly, or he's toast. He had exactly Spreading Plague. That's nice when you have that. I cannot push through the taunts. I can only kill the taunts. Well, I can push a little bit through with the Corcoran, but not a whole lot. Here comes the Corcoran. It pushes through a bit. I guess I'll equip the Arcanite Reaper. He's unlikely to have weapon removal. So this way I can use my mana if I top deck something useful next turn. Now he needs another Spreading Plague. What about if he branching paths for 12 armor? He's at 19. Now he's at 13. 13 is not enough, he needs more. And he has more. Sweet. Corridor Creeper comes out a little bit late. I don't want to let him play Ultimate Infestation on the Hydra. That's the main thing here. I don't want that to happen. So that's why I do it like this instead. And he can play Ultimate Infestation on the Corridor Creeper. That one I don't care about. I mean, go ahead and do it. Then I have 13 on board and you will be at 10, so you will be dead. But another Spreading Plague. Malfurion has been used, Spreading Plague used, both Ironwood Columns used, or Branching Paths for 12 armor. 13 I have.
My thoughts are plagued.
I have 18 on board. Actually, Branching Paths is not out. Spreading Plague is an out. Ultimate Infestation is not an out. Double Swipe is an out. Oh, that cannot draw in. There's no 3 mana card that's an out here, right? I don't think there is. Yeah, sweet cards. Sweet cards, but they are not good enough. Yay.
I can rest.
But let's see. So for me, the Naga Corsair and Be the Tide Hydra, this very aggressive type of list has been working fine. I sometimes have problems finding all my weapons, or any weapons. In the previous expansion I used to sometimes run Forge of Souls in Pirate Warrior, just to be able to dig for those weapons better. Alright, that's a Control Warlock. I think I can afford to go with another round of Fireflies, and then drop the Frothing next turn. He needs a... Hellfire doesn't kill the Frothing, he would need like a buffed Spellstone. He kept all his cards, so he should have the nuts. But well, if he has like every single answer that Control Warlock does, then there is nothing I can do. I think it's time to go in with the Frothing, because this denies a Hellfire. He's probably playing Lackey on 5. I don't have Silence in this deck, so I cannot deal with that Lackey, which will be a problem. Next turn I'll probably have to play Bloodsail Cultist out there, because the turn after he can play Hellfire Mortal Coil. He doesn't care about Frothings. I see. Okay. Let's drop the Naga Corsair, it's more pressure. Well, I guess he has a Mortal Coil for the Frothing now. He could have a Defile. Defile doesn't kill the Naga Corsair. Oh, that was... oh, that one hurt. Nice use of Tal'Daram, very nice. Very unexpected as well. But that was a nice play, I admit. I have to play one of the Bloodsail Cultists here to keep some pressure going. That wasn't, well, but all I had was Pirate, so any Pirate that I would play I would still get the patches. So there was no way around it. Now he has Dark Pact for this. Yeah. Oh, I guess he wins from here. Probably wins from here. Can't even charge with the deckhand. Feels bad, man. This is the best I can do. And it's not very good. He can cube this. And if he can kill off the cube, then he can kill the Dread Corsair, or if he has something to kill the captain. But this play, because then there are no value trades left for the Doom God. Okay. And like I said, sometimes I have real difficulty in drawing weapons with this deck. Like this game is a very good example of that. I just cannot draw the weapon to save my life. I want as much pressure on the board as possible, so I want that one. I don't think the deckhand is very beneficial now. I need to draw a weapon. I mean, there are 6 in the deck. So I've drawn 12 cards. There are 6 left in the remaining 18. That will now probably pull a Void Lord. Most likely. I can't beat the Void Lord. I don't think I can. I need to play the full cost Corridor Creeper. I needed a weapon, but for some reason I would pull the Doom God. Okay. Interesting. He still has the cubes left. Manipulator and Taldaram have been spent. But he can take a value trade cube. Dark back the cube. Okay, so Umbra in the cube is also pretty good. Then he gets a big bunch of Doom Gods right here. But yeah, he had the nuts and I had a really bad draw. I just could not find a single weapon in my top 13 cards. And this is something that sometimes happens to me when playing this deck for some reason. I still can't find a weapon. Well, if he has another cube, it's not like I haven't, well, like so many players seem to be. Yeah, I guess I can concede now. I'm missing a turn to play. I can find the Cauldron later. I do like to get on the board, but I also like to try to get the better odds to find First Mate or Keleset or something. So I don't know what kind of priest this is. He kept 1 card.
Is someone injured?
Well, there is the First Mate at least. I think I have to trade away the Cleric, right? I believe I have to. Because it's just too dangerous to leave up. If he's spiteful, he coins Cabal Talon Priest, and I will never get the board. He can still coin the Cabal Talon Priest. Okay, he's not spiteful. So is he combo or is he Kazakus? Now that's the downside that no minions will get damaged. I still have to play the Frothing. I hate this a little bit because he can Shadow and Pain the Frothing. But I have to maintain tempo. There's simply no other way. Okay, now he thinks he's really cool too, because he had the nuts as well. Well, this time is probably Naga Corsair, right? I still can't kill the Radiant Elemental, but Naga Corsair is not going to go down in cost, whereas the Corridor Creepers will. So I believe this is correct. If minions start dying, I can just put up a lot of stuff. Right now it looks like some minions will start dying here. I can get 3 minions to die, so the other Corridor Creeper will not be free. He can coin Dragonfire next turn if he likes. But I think I will take that trade and this trade. And then I'll play the Tide Hydra and Corridor Creeper. And next turn I'll play Clearset and the other. Lyra to help defend. I don't want to make this one vulnerable to Dragonfire Potion still. $13 damage. Well, that makes it vulnerable to Dragonfire Potion, I guess. That is sweet. I guess I don't play the other Corridor Creeper because I now have a read that there would be a Dragonfire Potion. Well, he can have just about anything in that hand right now. But if Lyra stays up, it can generate healing spells. That is scary. So I think I need to trade away the Lyra. Do I then need to trade away the Snow Flipper Penguin? This one down to 3, doesn't matter. No, there's no value in trading away the Snow Flipper Penguin. Snow Flipper Penguin can stay. And in case there's a Dragonfire Potion, I have the Corridor Creeper to refill. Because that really looked like a potential Dragonfire Potion board. There was no Dragonfire Potion. That one doesn't have charge because you don't have a weapon equipped, so you are just dead. Sweet. I mulligan the Warlocks away. We'll see. What if he opens with a Cleric? I could have coined Warlocks on 2. Then the Nesot's first mate would not be useful for a while. On 3 I would have been able to play Corsair and Deckhand. Well, now I get some more War Axes, so I guess the question just became sort of moot. I think we're still going with First Mate over the Deckhand, because the Deckhand gets charged when I have a weapon. So I think we're doing this. I don't want to spend the coin yet. I might want to coin the Hydra on 4. What kind of priest are we facing? Alright, now it's a Kazakh's priest, and now this one actually works fine here. Now I'm afraid of that Spirit Lash. What can you do? Well, Spirit Lash is good. Pyromancer is good. I'm an aggro deck. I go face. I still trade some. But I also go face a lot. There's only limited things that I can do to play around those. I don't want my Dread Corsair to die, it's my best minion right here. But I'm so coining a Hydra on 4. So actually I'm playing the Fiery War Axe now. Play the War Axe, trade away the minion. Allows my minions to go face. Then it's coin Hydra into Hydra. Most likely. Would something like a Captain change my mind? That's going to be a Talon Spirit Lash, by the way, to heal for 8. Yep. So that coming. But has he found death? Let's ask him that question. Do you have a Shadow Word Death in your hand right now? And the answer is no, I do not. In that case, I would like to hit you in the head for 8. Boom. And then... why playing an aggro deck? Why not? No one is playing this deck right now. I always play decks that other people are not playing. I guess it's another Hydra. Let's do it like this. Give me 5 mana 8/8. Yes. T5 mana 8/8. If you didn't have death last turn, do you have death now? Okay, you found your only copy of Shadow Visions, and your probability to find death is roughly 50%, I guess. Depends a little bit on how many spells there are left in the deck. Next turn he could Psychic Scream, which is slightly annoying. I probably need to play something more on the board. Even though there is the risk of Psychic Scream. I think something like Naga Corsair and Dread Corsair should be fine. Let's go with these. But I'm not attacking with the weapon yet. This means that I can play that other Naga Corsair next turn to buff my weapon further. Then again, Dragonfire Potion is already not an out. So it's Psychic Scream. What else? He had the Psychic Scream. Nice. Nice job. Arcanite Reaper is not bad. I can't play it next turn together with the Naga Corsair. That sucks a little bit. Now if he also has the Dragonfire Potion, I think I still need to go with the Naga Corsair now. And I want to make this Corridor Creeper as cheap as possible for next turn. So I want to go in with these now. So if he plays Dragonfire Potion, I can play Arcanite Reaper and Corridor Creeper. Having 2 minions die would have been enough for that, but I guess the Flame Elemental is still fine there. Spirit Lash is already gone. That's the Dragonfire Potion. So now we have dealt with Dragonfire Potion, Psychic Scream, but what if he has Anduin? That would be a problem. Well, then we hit him in the face again. And we have a Corridor Creeper on the board. He still has a death in the deck because he was able to Shadow Visions one, so that could be one of these 4 cards. Which turn did he Shadow Visions? It was on... was it on 6? Yeah, it was on 6, so that could be one of these 3 cards. He has Anduin. Yeah, this is sometimes the games just go like this. Can I top deck a pirate, please? No, but I can top deck a Corcoran. Okay, I'll take that. That's lethal too. I take it. Sweet. Just beat a Kazakh's Priest who had Talon of Spirit Lash, Psychic Scream, Dragonfire Potion, Shadow Earth Death, and Shadow Reaper Anduin. I'm just not hitting them lately. Well, Warlock is the matchup that I put the Spellbreaker in this deck for. Assuming it's Control Warlock. And he kept every single card, so he has the nuts. He has to have Lackey into Dark Pact and everything there. I mean, there's really no other option, because he kept every single card. You would not keep every single card unless you had the nuts. So we'll see what we can do here. Please pull the Corridor Creeper at least. No. Too bad. I was hoping it would pull the Corridor Creeper. That would have been refreshing. I mean, I could play the Captain, pull a 3/3 Patches. Have just enough to kill the Dirty Rat. But I think I'd rather play the Frothing. Hit there. So now the Frothing challenges the Dirty Rat. Obviously he might have an answer. He's quite likely, in fact, considering that he kept every single card. So there should be no way he doesn't have an answer.
Your magic shall not save.
Spellbreaker is nice. That attack is completely useless, but whatever. If I pull the patches here, doesn't do a whole lot. Corridor Creeper doesn't do a whole lot either. Corcron, also not too much. Pulling patches is fine. Let's pull the patches now. Which allows me to kill that one. And I suppose I will kill the Mistress. There seems to be very little other things for the frothing to do. He can of course Hellfire this board, he can Defile this board. He should have a Defile too because he had everything. Southsea puts more bodies into play, yes it does. That is why I ultimately opted to go for that one. Then I go to Corridor Creeper and the Corcron. Hit some face. Do I also play the deckhand? Yeah, I believe I can also play the deckhand. It's fine. Now he should play the lackey, because if he kept all the cards he should have always have the lackey at this point. And this is why I kept the silence. So that guy is not pulling anything out of the deck. And then we push face with everything here. I had the option to trade something in to deny Hellfire from clearing 2 of the minions. There are some gaps in health, so he has 2 lackeys. Well, that is unfortunate. There was very little I could do to play around him having 2 lackeys, though. Well, I guess we're all in at this point. So how do I do this? I hit here and I hit there. This one can kill one of those. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. If I kill one with this, but he already played one Defile, so it's unlikely for him to have another one. I believe this is acceptable. Do I hit one of... No, there's no reason for me to hit one of those now. That doesn't really help. So Hellfire also clears 2 hits into the Frothing and Hellfire. He might have Hellfire too. After all, he already had Darkpact, Misermix, Defile, Dirter, Spellbreaker, 2 lackeys and a Void Lord. So why not have a Hellfire too? Yeah, he does have a Hellfire too. Well, Spellbreaker was not doing that much against this Warlock because he has had some really insane cards. Probably need to play that one, and now I need to hit the Dirty Rat so that I have set up a kill on the Dirty Rat for the next turn. But yeah, I guess that, I mean, this is I have been losing a lot of games like this lately now. Just losing a lot of games like this, where the opponent draws insane cards every single turn. 4/4 Dread Corsair doesn't really do a whole lot, but let's see. Let's squelch him. I think I'll play this out to the end. Yeah, I mean, I've been losing a lot of games like this. It seems that my luck with Hearthstone has been like this now every single game. I mean, look at these cards that he has played. I have another Spellbreaker in the deck, so if I can Spellbreak this Void Lord and he doesn't find Gul'dan, then we're still in this, right? Well, he's playing a Fatigue build, so he also has Siphon Souls and Twisting Nethers there. But this is still the line. Well, can this get more ridiculous, I ask you? Let me know if you have seen something more ridiculous than this. Like ever. Well, you guys didn't need to play this. I actually didn't need to play this. I could have held on to this card. That was incorrect. Because I need to wait for a Spellbreaker top deck. Spellbreaker top deck on this Void Lord. That's my ticket. And playing this doesn't help me with that. Yeah, I think this is the moment where we can safely concede. Even if I get Spellbreaker afterwards, that's not going to make it. Could try with something like this. Move on to Prince. Warrior feels bad, man. Good games to make for a good video. So I needed to play a little bit more. It has got to be Coin Kelleset. I just can't pull the 1/1 patches. I want to pull the 2/2 patches. My favorite archetype is Control Warrior. Yeah, I know. But this type of warrior is a bit different, of course. Control Warrior is already doing fine. I guess we're going with the first mate here. But why Pirate Warrior? I haven't made a video of Pirate Warrior in this expansion yet, so I'm just going through various decks and I've been working on this build quite a lot, trying to make Pirate Warrior good. Some people claim to have good results with it, but I have seen no proof. They used the Spiteful Summoner Spellstone package, but I thought it was just really bad when I played it. I always drew the Spellstones before the Spiteful Summoners. Feels bad, man, with the Mortal Coil. So Captain doesn't save this from Hellfire. So the real play for next turn is probably a Frothing. Because Frothing is really Hellfire resistant. I must say I was doing with Spiteful Priest, yeah. There are some definite things there. This is a Frothing turn. But I can use a weapon charge here, that's also fine. Because now he can't Hellfire this board. Well, I guess he can. Yeah, if he had a Spellstone he would play it there. I knew there was the risk of a Spellstone, but just couldn't help it. I guess we're pushing in this damage here that I have. Then I'll go with the Warlock's into Dread Corsair play. And if for some reason the board survives, then I have a Captain set up for next turn. But he should be playing the Lackey now, and I haven't found any Spellbreakers. There's the Lackey, vulnerable to silence as ever, but no Spellbreakers in sight. Feels bad, man. If I use 3 damage into the Lackey, I can play the Corridor Creeper. I think I want to do that. But not first. Right, because that pulls the Void Lord. Then again, the Void Lord can attack if I pull it now. How much does it matter? This one attacks anyway into the Dread Corsair. I might be able to top deck Silence for next turn. But it's a Hellfire clear. Yeah, I think I want to attack here. So that I can get the Corridor Creeper out. This gives me a chance to potentially win with a... I mean, if he attacks the Sin and Hellfires, well, it only takes 8. So it's not quite there. Don't mind if my taunt dies. Taunt is a little bit irritating against his 1/3s though. I guess I like my taunt. Let's kill that one now. Might as well kill one of those. Play a Firefly. He already played one Hellfire, now he already played one Spellstone. Now he gets a 2 in case he wants to Defile. Was that rather good play? Seems rather weak. Not a good silence. So 5 from the Reaper. I can get 9 to face. That's what matters. I can get 10 to face even. So deckhand kills this one. Reaper and 1 to kill this one. And 10 goes to face. Alright. So, he has already used 1 spell stone. He has already used 1 lackey. Twisting at the turn. But he's dead through twisting, because I can just kill him with the Arcanite Reaper. Fabulous. Do I want to pull patches from my deck now? Yes, I do. Let's pull that patches. This gives me the most immediate damage. It's a priest who kept every single card. No, do you notice the trend, by the way? My opponents seem to be keeping every single card very, very often. Okay, this is Spiteful Priest. Most likely. He doesn't have a coin, so he can't play... Yeah, I think I've just hit face here. I don't think I want to trade in the Historian. Shadow Ascendant. It's a little bit... No, Shadow Ascendant isn't even that nasty. I have a Frothing coming next turn, that's why I didn't want to make any trades now. I want to have as many minions alive for next turn as possible. And then get the Frothing out and then maybe make some trades, get a bigger Frothing. Use that to hit him in the face. Get Corridor Creeper out for cheap. But I think he also probably has Corridor Creepers there, because he kept every single card. You don't see that very often. There's the Ascendant. Oh, there's my Prince. Well, I do enjoy a good Prince. I think I might need to go with the Frothing here. Prince comes next turn. I trade away the Ascendant, obviously. Buff up the Frothing a bit. Go face with that one. But now I guess there's going to be a Corridor Creeper from him. Because his Corridor Creeper will also cost 3, so he can play it this turn. Does he do anything with 4 mana? Not a whole lot, really. Oh, well, that Twilight Acolyte is pretty sweet there. That is pretty sweet. Can't blame him for that. It's not going to go down, yeah. Well, I have some minions that can challenge it still. That's a bit of a rarer tech in the Spiteful Priest, but sometimes used. Sometimes even to very good effect. Yeah, I guess you do need to trade the Frothing, right? Does not respect the Frothing. That's interesting, really. Do I push face? But the chance of him buffing this is a bit high. I probably take the trade with the Frothing and protect the Hydra. So it's still 1 turn away from the Spiteful Summoner, but not sure if I can raise this. If I had hit him to face for 6, he would be at 17. I'd still expect to have 10, 16. I would still be off. He can't play Bone Mare yet next turn. So Hydra is going face, Prince is going face. And I'm playing the Taunt minion. Yeah, let's put the Taunt on the way. protects the Bitatite Hydra. This means that he cannot wipe the Bitatite Hydra if he has like a Dragonfire potion, which they usually don't run in that deck, but even if he has that, I don't have enough. Feels bad, man. Yeah, I just don't have enough. Again, I'm whiffing my top decks really badly, because I could get Korkrons, I could get Spellbreakers, I could get Arcanite Reapers. That's like half of my deck is outs, and I can't find them. At this point I probably have to trade the minions. That will enable him to get a big Frothing. But pushing 10 to face doesn't really solve my problems. I believe I need to make the trades here. And then play more minions on the board. Can't play Archivist yet, can't play Free From Ember yet. Yeah, Wizard, I was forced to trade. Okay. But that's really unlike, that's like 10% to get a taunt. So now he's dead, right? 10, 12, 13. Exact lethal. 6, 7, 7 plus 6, yeah. That would be game. Exactly. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.